and welcome to episode 9 of By the Hearthside. We have Major down below and Kirby's to the side. Looks like he got a brand new haircut.
Brand new chair.
Yeah.
Brand new everything.
Swan wants to know where your hair went.
I'm a good looking guy.
Whatever this guy says.
Look at that. Look at that.
I'm trying to, by the way. Anyway, today we have a lot coming at you. We hope everyone's doing well in the lockdown states. I know Michigan, where me and Major are, is one of them. So we've just been kind of hunkered down. I bought lots of food, 2 fridges worth of stuff. So we should be pretty good for a little bit. But I know more and more states are starting to lock down. Is Kentucky locked down now?
Not yet. I do believe it's probably going to happen this weekend. But we are like they did the schools closed and then non-essentials closed. So really, you just have like drive-throughs and grocery stores that are open, but we're not technically on lockdown yet. But I think it's going to be announced Sunday for Monday because I live in Louisville, which is like 5 minutes from Indiana and Ohio are both locked down. So I have a good feeling that it'll happen this week, but not yet. Okay. I'm still working at work.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know some states just have some counties locked down and not all of them. I have a friend out in Tennessee and only 2 of their counties are, and his county is not. So, but yeah. So we hope everybody's doing well in this. Trying to stay sane, play some games, not go crazy. I just wish, the weather was a little bit nicer up here so I could have Major out there cleaning the gutters and raking the leaves for me.
Oh, see, me and Chad were talking about this. You all had a 40-degree day today, right?
Yes.
We had an 82-degree day today, and it was a beautiful day. It was the best day of the year so far. I'm sorry you guys had 40-degree weather. That sucks.
Actually, it's supposed to be like 40s and rain all weekend, so...
That makes it even worse. There's nothing worse than almost freezing, and it's raining.
Yep.
Not exactly a good time.
We had no clouds today, and it was, high 70s, low 80s all day. Beautiful day today.
See, I would love that so I could actually go outside and, clean up my yard and not freeze and have to put on, layers.
Yep.
Alright, so discussing the LCS continuing even though the Player Association voted against it. What's that about, guys?
That's weird, is what that's about.
So what basically happened is, what a players association is in all sports is like all the players, and then it's how they represent themselves. Like the NFL has the NFL Players Association, NBA, etc. LCS also has something like
you
that.
could kind of compare it to a union almost.
Yeah, basically.
In a way.
You know what I mean? It's basically they protect them so they get the best deals, etc. Well, they had a vote, and the Players Association voted against continuing the LCS. And Riot basically said, fuck your Player Association, fuck what you want, we're doing it anyways. Thoughts?
I just don't. I think that the Player Association is kind of a joke for an LCS. When it first got together, I remember, thought it was a great idea. Pro-union guy in general. I think, Players Association is great, make sure the players are being treated fairly and feel like they're being treated fairly as far as, finances go, how much they're making on salaries and how they're, just treated in the league because, you let a corporation get too out of control and but all that jazz. But I thought it was a fantastic idea. I was super glad about it, and we've not heard a single thing about it until now. And it's that they wanted to end the season. So I don't think they've got much accomplished. I think it was a good idea. But as far as this pertains, I actually saw, I don't know if you saw that post, but Jack, Cloud9's owner, commented in it and said that all of his players that are in the Players Association voted to keep playing in the season. And apparently the biggest reason why, just from the players talking to each other, it seemed like the biggest reason why is because they thought spring split didn't matter. So they just thought at this point, why even
Why
play.
take the
Going.
chances?
Yeah. Right? Why even take a chance of grouping together or playing, and especially why do it online if spring split doesn't matter? That was apparently like the overwhelming, like what most people who actually voted to stop the season said. That being said, I mean, they're at the end of the day, these are pro players. They get paid to play this game, but even on a bigger level, and I kind of compare this to, I don't know if you remember, um, it's been a few seasons, but like when resting players in the NBA, the Spurs did it a lot, and it started becoming a big deal where it's
No.
like, oh, LeBron's not playing to, what?
No, you're
What?
good. I'm fine. I'm yelling at a cat.
No.
She's gonna step on my
I was
keyboard.
like, no, what did I say wrong? But I don't know if you remember, Chad, but back in the NBA, like the Spurs always had like their rest nights with Tim Duncan and Ginobili and stuff, and then like LeBron would rest one night when he was with Cleveland, or it might have been during the Heat days. I don't remember exactly.
No, it was.
But
Yeah.
but it became a big deal because even whether it's at home or on the road, like people play to come see LeBron James. Like we paid, like to go to Detroit and see. You went to pay essentially to see Liquid win a championship, and I paid to see Cloud9 choke in a best of 5 versus Liquid in the finals. Is what happened. But like like how upset would you have been if like Doublelift didn't play?
Right.
Like like he doesn't really have anything wrong, but he just needs a break. That's kind of what you kind of credit to what's going on with Doublelift now. But the point I'm trying to get across is that these players are getting paid a salary and their endorsements and everything like that to play this game. Yes, for one, but for two, like they're here, like the teams are a thing because of their fans. Like they're essentially entertainment. They're playing a pro sport, esport, but they're there for the fans, for the entertainment of the fans. And like I totally get, I'm one of the people that's on board with this is a very serious pandemic we're going through. It's killing people, and I don't think the necessary precautions are being taken, especially here in America, and it's getting worse. And I think it's going to get a lot more worse. But at the end of the day, like you're voting and saying spring split doesn't matter, and again, me and you, Chad, could argue about this for years, literally without taking a breath. But at the end of the day, it does lead up to MSI, and whether you think that matters or not, that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point is that they're professional players, and they're getting paid to play the game and to entertain their fans, and so the fans come and they buy the merch, and the teams are profitable, and they're voting no, like.
I agree that the season should have kept going. I will totally agree with that. What I don't agree with is that you made a player association to protect these young ass kids because 90% of the people in the LCS are 23 and under? They're
Right.
kids.
For the most part.
And then Riot already has enough bad press lately, bad PR in its own right?
Been going on for like a year or two now.
For a year or two now, and then you're basically like you made the players association. Hey, good idea. That's some good PR. Good job. Yeah. And then next thing you know, you're like, hey, we don't want to play. We voted for this, and then you're like, well, fuck what you think. I just think that's terrible PR. That's Riot just never learns. They just shoot themselves in the goddamn foot. I do agree they should play it out. I do agree with you on this. But what's the point of hosting a vote for it if you didn't give a fuck?
Right. I don't think that, and my personal, and I totally agree with what you're saying. My personal opinion is that there shouldn't even have, like, I don't see why a vote was made. Like,
if you're gonna do what you want anyway, so why vote on it?
Like Riot should have. If they obviously knew like they were going to finish the season, if it has to be online and we have to cancel finals and refund all those tickets, like obviously they had to have known what they were going to do. Like it didn't get released right away, but they had to have known we're finishing the season at all costs. Like,
so, like,
no matter
what's the point? You just made yourself
what's the point?
Bad.
Yeah.
Like Riot
and
just
I
always shoot themselves in the foot.
They do that very, very well, where they don't have to have things that way, and they end up being that way, and it just looks double bad of what it could have been in the first place. But I agree. I do 100%. Like, it's why did we have that vote?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
All right, so it looks like we are also not going to do power rankings this week and save them for next week going into playoffs. But what we are going to do is think. Wow, you think?
I like that. I do like that.
We're going to do who we think is going to win every TES match this week.
So TES Pickums.
So basically, what
TS
we're going to do
Pickums.
is TES Pickums for you guys instead. We're going to do something different this week.
But we're
Next
doing
week's
all of
going into
them.
playoffs. Yeah, we're going to do all of them. We're not just going to. We usually don't do this, but we're going to do them tonight.
Yeah. This one. Lisk, we're not doing power rankings because we want to do them next week as we're going into playoffs. That'd be a lot better. Obviously, there's still another week to play, and I think it'd be silly to do it now and then the last week, and we get seeds of everybody going into playoffs. But we don't do power rankings again, and we don't want to do them 2 weeks in a row. So we're going to do them next week. It just makes a lot more sense after all the games are done. And also, we're not.
We're going to do pick up. Usually want to know what we think anyway, so
These are all. This is every question we get pretty much is either who's going to win this game this week or who's your favorite
player
or worst Lethal Elites player or why do we hate it does
All right, what's the first game there, Miss Blanket?
All right, I guess we're going to start with Olympian League, and we will do Baka versus Rainbow Kittens.
I'm going to take Baka, and the reason why is Baka actually hasn't lost a game since their new lineup. After they upset Syndicate, they beat Leaf Elites last week. I think they keep rolling into playoffs, so I got Baka.
Agree. I'm also going with Baka. They look really good. I was super high on Baka going into the season, and they kind of went to a rocky start. A lot of question marks around, Lisk, moving to a coaching role, but ever since, they've been just clicking. I think they look really good. They got it together just in time, I think, and they're looking really good right now. And I honestly think Baku could take RKZ right now. I think it'll be a very good game. I think that might be game of I don't know. There's some this and the next game really good game.
Baka RKZ is also the streamed game this week. So
yeah, it's not Syndicate.
Yeah, we're changing up. This is why Major picks the stream games sometimes. What? Yeah, we're gonna do Baka, RKZ.
All right.
Even
matchup. Syndicate versus Leaf Elites.
This is another really good game, actually.
But I still have
on this one, Curbs?
I wasn't letting me interrupt, but my main thing is, do you have any information about roster and lineup for Syndicate?
Rosters are locked. So I'm assuming it's going to be the same roster they had started last week.
Well, not necessarily. I guess not necessarily. Yeah, but they can have two subs, and I'm sure Foster, Perfect are both on. Is Doxter still they gonna throw 3 supports in and have both their subs slot? I haven't looked at the roster. I don't know what the roster is, so
yeah,
I need to look into that.
I think the more question comes down to is Leaf Elite's going to take the game seriously, or is Leaf Elite's going to troll half their drafts?
They're going to troll the draft.
I am going to take Syndicate. I do think Syndicate wins it. I don't know if Leaf Elites are just trolling us until they get to playoffs or what. Sometimes they look like the best team in Olympian. Sometimes they look like they don't know what the hell they're doing. So I guess we'll figure it out. What do you think?
I think I'm gonna go with Leaf Elites. I think they know that this is a big game. Obviously, with Syndicate, Syndicate is obviously from second half of the split to first half of the split, it's kind of a different story. Obviously, got some issues going on with their rosters. I have not looked at their locked roster. I don't know who they have. Like I said, I don't know if they have 3 supports on their team. I really don't know. I don't know. Earl, I'm assuming won't be playing at all, even through playoffs.
No, he's done.
And I thought so. And I was super high on Earl. Obviously, Latona's a beast, but when they had Latona and Earl as your 2 solo laners, that's when they were just insane, just insane squad. But I just have too many question marks. And last week, last week or 2 weeks ago when Fost came in for game 3, they just looked rough that series. And obviously they're missing another player now. The ADC turned mid lane.
Yeah.
Not on the roster anymore.
Yeah.
And regardless of that, let's just ignore that whole situation. But I do think that's a big hit. He looked all right in mid lane. Even as an ADC main. Plan's doing his thing. He's had his very first game was 2 weeks ago in that series where Foss came in game 3. And he popped off game 1. He had he wasn't he didn't have as good a game as the following 2 games, but and I didn't get to see last week's game. But anyways, long story short, I have too many question marks with Syndicate right now, and I'm going to go with Lethal Leads.
Okay. DDD versus SBD.
SBD.
Yeah.
I don't even think this is really an assumption. I appreciate. I got to give Diddly Dongers credit though. They they're having a rough year and they show up every week. I got to give them credit there. You know what I mean? Like, more power to the guys. I hope they make a run. Everybody loves an underdog story, but I'm gonna take SBD.
Right.
Alrighty. And now that's it for the Olympian, and we're gonna go into the Gladiator one. First one is Baka Preschool versus Unknown Challengers.
Man, let me take this one first.
Go ahead.
Take this one
Go
first.
ahead, because we already got people talking about this game in the chat. But go ahead.
UC is the most frustrating team for
So
me because I picked UC to be the second best team in the
Yeah,
league.
you were so high on them.
I was so high on them.
Our episode before the season started, you loved UC.
I loved UC. I think they have some of the best solo laners in the league. I think that their bot lane can do their job. I think their jungler is not bad. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, Dempsey's arguably one of the best top players in the league, maybe the best top laner in the league. Demandis is. I don't think anybody will disagree that Demandis is the best mid laner in the league.
Close to the best
You know
player
what I mean?
in Gold League.
And maybe the best player in the league.
He's got a running for that.
Yeah, like, you could argue he's the best player in the league.
Right.
And like, their bot lane's not getting destroyed. I just don't. I don't know if it's a macro issue, if it's a draft issue, if they just don't like have somebody shot calling, or they don't know how to play together.
Sammy, step it up.
But like, I took this team to be. I took this team to honestly be in the finals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm going to take Baka Preschool to win this week because I don't know what's going on with UC, but like, I really hope UC surprises me here and comes out really strong going into the playoffs.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
I pretty much agree with everything you said. I wasn't as high on them at the start of the season as you was, but I did think they were a really good team. Obviously I'm really good friends with Dempsey. He co-cast with me a lot, met him in person in the whole Detroit finals or whatever. I've even played with him and duoed with him and played Clash with him and a lot of the UC guys. And Dempsey's a monster. Their mid laner. I always mess up Demandis, right?
Demandis.
Diamandis. I always mess Diamant. I always mess that part up. But I mean, he's just an animal in the mid lane. Like, he's just an absolute monster. I've seen a lot of his games. I've seen you go up against him. Like, no offense, but he just picked you apart. Like, he's a monster. Like,
he's very good.
That's not even a flame at you. He's just a monster in Gold League. And like you said, I don't know what's going on, but ignoring all that, Baka Preschool's the juggernaut of the league. They're just insane, and I just can't see them dropping the series.
I want to add one thing real quick. I want to add one thing in real quick. If one of y'all don't get my boy Mute, a Clash team, we're going to have a damn problem. Help my boy out. All right? Keep going, Corky.
All right. So, next one is Syndicate versus SKG.
I predicted Syndicate was going to win.
Honestly, I think it's Syndicate because I cast most every one of Gladiator Leagues, but I will say that they really got it together this last game, and I seen some amazing things come out of them out of last week's stream game. So
they beat NTF, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
I'm also going to go with Syndicate just because every single time that Syndicate's Plat team loses, the Syndicate's Gold team wins, and I have LE beating Syndicate, so naturally I've got to go with Syndicate's Gold team.
I really like Scrub Kings Gaming. They're a lottery team, and like
I think they missed Notes.
Lottery team, but honestly, since Notes has left, like
it's not.
I love Notes. People know me and Notes are friends. I don't think Notes is the greatest player in the history of the game. Nobody will deny that. But Notes had to have brought something to that team that now they're missing. And like, because they haven't, I don't think they've won since Notes left. So I think that's a problem.
Right.
But we'll find. You know what I mean? We'll find out. I just feel like obviously they're missing something. Maybe Notes comes back for a playoff push. I don't know. My man comes back. But I am gonna take Syndicate. I think Syndicate finally found their momentum. Tuggles looks really good. And there's a really good chance Syndicate's the team that comes out of the gauntlet. So we'll see.
All right. And Monday stream game. We don't get paid for this versus Mythical. Everybody,
That's not the
everybody
stream.
wants this to be the stream game. I have been getting so many messages, and I think if everybody messages DMs Major and says that they want this, or tag
All right.
him.
All right, guys. All right. How we'll do this? All right, how we'll do this? All right, is if you want, we don't get paid versus Mythical Madness to be the stream game. Give me #stream right now. If you don't, we'll stream something else. I honestly hate all of you. All right, Mythical Madness versus Mythical Madness versus
Let's go.
We don't get paid.
I might have to take a vacation day Monday.
Just to come stream it.
Just to come watch. Yeah, to watch it.
Hey, I might need a streamer for this game.
If I need a caster.
I need a caster. Well, I'm
gonna go sit in the bathroom because you all start at 8 and my lunch break starts at 8.
All I gotta say, Twitch chat, is when they start raging in general and trash talk about they didn't get to pick who got streamed, you guys better defend me because you know how they're gonna act.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
The NFG and the NTF boys are gonna be
eating
me alive.
So I mute you is gonna cast, and
hopefully the great Curbs. We'll see.
I'm not gonna do it.
No.
I wish, unless Kentucky, like I said, Sunday they announce we go on lockdown for Monday, and they finally say, hey, don't come to work and get exposed to Corona. That would be nice, but outside of that, no, I will not be there.
We'll see. Either way, Monday it is. All right. Next, who do you got though? Who do you got? Curbs. I'm not going to answer this question because obviously I play on this team. So Corky and Curbs can answer this question.
Chad?
I honestly think they can take it. I'm thinking they can because they have Matt back too, but that hasn't improved for them either. So I am a little worried about that.
We've played some rough teams since we've had Matt back, though. Like we've played probably the two best teams in the league.
Who's your top laner again?
Right now it's Brer.
Okay.
Oh, I got an idea.
Yeah, we played since 420's been back. We've played Baka Preschool and Inner Logic. So it's not like we've played
really
slouches.
Big, yeah, exactly.
It's not like we've played slouches. We've played the best two teams in the league.
Have you picked Chip?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put my hopes on admin.
Okay, so obviously this is gonna be a very difficult game. So what I'm gonna do is got my little phone here. I've got Google coin flip app. Heads is admin team. Tails is MM. Admin team it is. I'm going with the admin team. It's the only way you could predict that. I'm going with we don't get paid.
And so since I finally got a little bit...
Only way you could guess that.
And let's see how well you do because this may be in your blooper reel too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, that's going to be a rough one for the blooper reel if things go south.
Baby Dong Club. Thanks, boys. Thanks, boys. We appreciate you.
Raise the baby dongers.
Alright, going into the next one. NFG versus NTF.
Hold on, before we do this, every time I get a kill, I better see Raise the Baby Dongers in Twitch chat. Like, hashtag. My boys better have my back. Alright, what's the next game?
NFG versus NTF.
NFG versus NTF. I'm gonna take NFG. I think NFG is still the third best team in the league. I think nobody can really disagree with that. I wonder if Coconut's playing and what's going on with that. NTF, I don't know what's going on. They dropped their mid laner today that they picked up last week. I don't know what's going on with that. I know rosters are locked, so I have no idea what's going on with that. So we'll have to find out there. Lou tried to play jungle last week. I think Lou's a very talented player, but obviously he's basically tried to play a reroll this split, and that's never a good sign. So I'm gonna take NFG. Thanks for the shout out. Thanks for the spam, Curbs. I appreciate it.
Of course.
All right. And who do you have? NTF, NFG, Curbs. That face.
I'm gonna go with NTF.
Okay.
Hold on.
And then
Hold on. Can I get a reason why?
No.
I'm just intrigued. Are you just guessing, or do you got
Yes.
one for me?
I don't.
You don't got a reason on that one? Okay, I was just wondering if you had like a reasoning, or if you were just like calling it.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. It is hip with the Gold League, so I think NTF is cooler letters than NFG.
And NTF is Lou's team. His face changes, instantly change.
Already locked it in, so I'm not gonna go back on it. But yikes!
Yikes, he says. All right, Corky, next.
Interlogic versus NCG.
I'm sorry, I can't watch Gold League. I work Monday nights. I work from 3 p.m. to 1:30. I just can't keep up with Gold League. Like, unless I go back and watch the VODs and yikes.
Interlogic versus not Greedy Corp. Oh, I want to pick
Interlogic.
not Greedy Corp so
Interlogic.
bad because they're my.
I do know a lot about Interlogic, and Interlogic is disgusting.
Yeah, like I want to pick not Greedy Corp so bad because they're my boys. Like Celine or whatever his name is, I can't pronounce it ever. Like that dude's super cool. Me and him are friends. We back and forth on like matchups once in a while. He's a cool ass dude. And they're a really good team. Like they're a team that I think will make playoffs, and they're a team that I think if they are in the gauntlet, they could win the gauntlet. Problem is, I think Interlogic is the second best team in Vodka Preschool, and I think they can contend with Vodka Preschool. I will take Interlogic to win, but I think it's going to be a 2-1, and I think Not Greedy is really going to make them work for it. Sorry guys.
All right, and that's it. I do know that Curbs, you wanted to.
Oh yeah. Because we had some last second changes as far as we made the decision to move power rankings to next week. Just because it's a better spot for them to be. And we didn't do this last week, and kind of promised you guys we do it this week. And it's a very important week for the LCS. So I picked out a few games that we're going to finish Pickums. I don't know what the Pickums standings are. I don't know if there's a comeback away from me this week. It would be pretty cool. But
yeah, we'll go over. I'll update the Pick'em sheet after this.
Okay. But as you guys know, this is the last week for Spring Split at LCS. They are playing it online like they did last week. But there's a lot of implications for this weekend. I don't know if you guys ever see. I think it's called like the Foldy sheet. They do it for a lot of sports, but as far as the guy that does them to put it on Reddit this week, as far as there's this many combinations of how these 10 games could go, and there's a bunch of scenarios where we get 6-way ties. There's a bunch of scenarios where we get 4 or 5 2-way ties. Cloud9's locked for first on the Manic, but I think the big story here that a lot of people care about is for Liquid to make playoffs, they have to win out this week. Liquid has to play FlyQuest tomorrow, and they have to play Cloud9, the rematch of the year, the game of the season. Last game of the season, Cloud9 and Team Liquid have to play. Cloud9 is a lock. Team Liquid has to win both of these games to make playoffs. So obviously we're going to have that on the Pickums, but so for Saturday's game, I figured we could do FlyQuest and Liquid to start off as Pickums. I think it's a big game. I'd like to hear what you guys think.
games, FlyQuest Liquid.
Yep.
FlyQuest easy clap. I mean, Liquid easy clap. Liquid 2-0s this weekend, baby, and makes playoffs. They
Wow.
2-0 this weekend and make playoffs. Double It finally returns and understands how to play the game. Cloud9's going to troll the shit out of their draft because it's fucking, they already locked first. Team Liquid 2-0s makes playoffs.
They have been trolling, like they've been doing some troll drafts ever since they locked the past 2 weeks. I mean, they're limited. I mean, I like the idea. I'm sure you don't disagree. You know, if Team Liquid's a loss or a lock for
Though, if you're
try.
Cloud9, I think Liquid's the team you want to eliminate. They still have so much talent that you really don't want to play them.
No, I do agree with you with that. I am praying, like, you know, whatever, you know, they play EG tomorrow and do whatever with EG, but please try hard Sunday. But you said Liquid, obviously. Kristen, who are you going with? Team Liquid or FlyQuest for Saturday?
Yes. I'll
Yes?
do Team Liquid.
Liquid? I'm also going to go with Team Liquid.
Ooh, Curbs is bringing it down to the Cloud9 Liquid game.
Yes, I am. I'm praying for it. I live off this. But we're all right. So we're not going to do Golden Guardians CLG. Team Dignitas and Immortals play tomorrow.
Does Dig still have a chance to make playoffs?
Yes, I believe so. Let me look up the foldy sheet, but I'm pretty sure there's a scenario that they.
And while he's looking that up, I did want to let everybody know I've been saying it in chat, but for those of you who may not be reading it, I am doing Major's blooper reel. It will be highlighted next Hearthside along with power rankings. I was just waiting on some video to come in. It was a little bit of a miscommunication between me and a couple people to get some video of him since I don't actually have video of him. And since he is going to be streamed this Monday, I get even more video. So
I'm popping off, so I don't know what you're getting this Monday.
Well, there is always that small little redeeming, like you win actually at the very end. Like it's all bloopers until the very end. I do one nice one for you guys. But we also have to talk about who you're gonna pick next too. So that will be coming out on Hearth. So you can choose who your next what next staff member you're gonna choose for theirs.
Has to be somebody that plays, right?
Yes.
In the league?
Preferred.
All the staff members are on my team. That's not even fun.
Well,
we'll think about it. I'll think about it.
I was going to say, just because I don't want to do any people that are below staff level, so anybody in staff and anybody. And I mean, I guess it would make it easier for me if they played league, but they don't have, or play in a team, but if they don't, I can just schedule some time to watch them actually play some games and stream them.
First question, have y'all ever seen the god himself, Kirby's, play Katarina? That's a blooper reel in itself. Catch twitch.tv bkirby112. Check it out when he gets his Katarina gameplay in or his Yasuo gameplay. Legit blooper reel. No response.
My Katarina's disgusting, and not in a good way.
Yeah, disgusting.
Okay, so I looked it up. Actually, I was wrong. I apologize. Dignitas does not, but there is a possibility for like a 7-way tie. Technically, if things go right, but it's like a super rare scenario. But we are actually going to go with, I think this would be a better game, TSM and Hearthside. TSM is sitting in second right now.
I still have TSM. I think TSM's the second seed in the league.
They're 9-7. Evil Geniuses is 9-7. FlyQuest is 9-7. Hunter Thieves is 8-8. So they could go to 9-8 and tie with TSM, EG, and FlyQuest. Those two.
Yeah, I think so.
But if
TSM closes it out.
But I think it's going to be a good game because if Dignitas does, or 100 Thieves beats TSM, they'll be at the same record.
Yep.
This is a Saturday game, so you know what TSM.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen.
I'll do 100.
Are you writing these down, or you need me to write them?
Just write them down. Yeah, I have not been writing them down.
We all three said What'd you say, Kristen?
100 too, she said.
I said 100. Just
Yeah, I
to
took
try
TSM, she
something
took
new.
100.
All right, I should have been prepared for this.
I have a list, I just don't have it brought up right now, I'm sorry.
Okay. So first game, FlyQuest TL, 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 TL. All right, one more time. Who both of you all say? TSM.
I got TSM, she has 100.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna go with the 100 Thieves as well.
You just want the ties.
Yeah, I do. That always makes me so hyped when after those games you get 40 tie breaks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go back standings. Ooh, really should have been prepared for this, but we kind of did a last second thing. Um,
I don't hear
all right,
you. Okay, there you go.
Immortals. All right, so we're going into Sunday now. Immortals and Evil Geniuses. Immortals are sitting at 8-8. Evil Geniuses are sitting at 9-7.
I got EG. I think EG looks good right now. I think they're finally popping off. I don't think Immortals looks that good. I think Jizuki, for some reason, they keep giving him LeBlanc every game, and he just plays it, and then he plays Rise, which, whatever. But yeah, I got EG.
Okay,
I'll take the same.
going with. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Immortals.
Curb's trying to catch up to us, so he's picking the
I
opposite of
have to.
everything
I
we're
have to.
picking because he knows he's
I
in
have
last
to.
place.
I have to. Okay, two more games. Let's. All right. Obviously, let's do. Last two: Golden Guardians, FlyQuest, and Liquid Cloud9.
Alright, so Golden Guardians and FlyQuest.
FlyQuest is sitting at, and these are Sunday's games, so obviously they'll change. But Golden Guardians is sitting at 6-10, but it is possible for them to make playoffs. But they would have to win out, just like Team Liquid would. And yeah, so Golden Guardians technically has a chance. FlyQuest is sitting at 9-7, but
Fly.
Golden
I'll do
Guardians.
Fly.
I also take Fly. So if you got to pick something different, Curbs.
I have to at this point. I'm gonna go Golden Guardians.
All right.
FlyQuest. But yeah, if
One. Cloud9 versus Team Liquid.
yeah, obviously. But yeah. So technically, if Golden Guardians wins out, the best they could do is tie break for sixth spot, 6th seed, which so they could technically do it. But yep, we're going with the rematch of the season, Cloud9 and Team Liquid.
I'm going to take Team Liquid to beat Cloud9. Cloud9 trolls their draft. I told you, Liquid's still winning NA. Like they're gonna win NA from the 6th seed, win their 5th title in a row, and people like Curbs are legitimately gonna cry into a coma.
I would no, absolutely not. I'm going with Cloud9. It's like you said. I think Cloud9. They've been kind of limit testing and doing some weird drafts these past few weeks, but they 100% understand what this game means, and I think they're going to go back to their try hard, just face rolling people. Sven's not going to die. We'll have like 2 deaths, and Team Liquid's going to look like fucking COG. Cloud9 easy clap.
Okay, Corky.
I'll take Cloud9. What the hell?
Hell yeah.
Well, if Corky's taking it, I'm going to win. So there we go. Thank you, Corky.
Here we go.
Well, I am in first place.
Well, we don't know. Have you even updated them?
We didn't do it. It's since the last time we did Pickums, I was in first place. You're in second, and Corky.
But it wasn't a ton of point. Like I think
no, it was.
We were all 1 point away.
Like if all these games that I guess different from you on.
You'll take first. Yeah, you'll take first.
A lot of them you all pick the same. So if I grab a couple games, you all pick the same one.
Yeah, I think we're all within 1 point
around
of
and win
each
the
other.
ship, bro.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Might fuck around and win the ship. All right, I just sent them to you.
All right, cool beans. All right, so anything else tonight?
Just Q&A. Yep, just Q&A for about the 15-20 people we have in here. If anybody has any questions, shoot them to us.
Shoot them.
Yeah, or write them up. If it's for a certain person, Major or Curbs or me.
Weird.
Weird what?
No, I was going to say we are not answering worst player on a team, favorite players on a team. We're not doing the top 15 top laners of the league, including subs. I'm not doing any of those.
Major,
is
Sammy
not doing
the
the best
reason UC is choking?
I wish that was to me, because yes.
No. I do not think Sammy Two Slaps is the reasoning. I'm not saying that because me and Sammy are friends. I think that Sammy's support pool is very strong with what's meta. I do think Sammy's trying to go really outside his comfort zone a lot, and that's hurting them.
Like
Because it's getting too,
Zanya in the middle of Baron.
like playing Morgana in the first place.
Hmm.
Um, but I think it's getting too close to playoffs to experiment like that anymore. I think the biggest problem that you see is their lack of jungle synergy with their bot lane. And hopefully Dempsey doesn't play Vladimir anymore. But that's besides the point.
Right. Dempsey on
Well, like
Vlad,
literally,
Omega
I have
Wolf, Pepe
noticed too,
laugh.
is they actually ban 3 top laners and 2 either mid or 2 jungle. That is literally their thing. Like they are. I think a lot of people are scared of Dempsey because they
Well, they
literally
should be. Dempsey might be the best top laner in the league, and
let him have Darius.
Gavin, most improved player. Give me my award. I could see it, Gavin. I could definitely see it. You would get my vote.
Any more questions?
Before we call it an early night, so everybody knows too. I wanted to give a quick shout out, real quick. That B Kirby 112 here on Twitch.tv will be streaming Tomb Raider tomorrow night. He's really excited about it. Please join him. It's hard for me to get him to stream sometimes because he doesn't get a lot of viewers, and it kind of makes him feel like he doesn't really want to do it. But like, help me out. You know what I mean? Like, come. I hang out in his chat. I'm always there. I'm a mod. Come hang out.
Yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to play the new Tomb Raider series for a while. But, like we talked about this the other day, I was a big fan of the PlayStation Tomb Raiders. Played damn near all of them back in the day, and I haven't got to play any of them. So I'm going to start with, I think it came out in 2013 because it's actually free on Steam right now. The original remake, which is called Tomb Raider, and then I'm just going to play the whole trilogy out. After that is like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and then there's a third one, or that might be the third one, but there's 3 now. So I'm going to go through the whole shebang and play them all. If you guys, I am more of a late night streamer. I'll probably get a couple games of League in between those as well, so you can flame me if you want. But I appreciate the shout out. Also, if you want to look in chat right now, you can use your Twitch Prime, which if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link it with your Twitch account and you get to sub for free once a month. And there's nobody in the entire planet better to spend a free Twitch Prime on than this guy right here, Major1224. I linked his Twitch right here. You can be a Baby Dong Club member today for absolutely free with your Amazon Prime account. Sub to www.twitchtv.com. That's Major1224 with your free Twitch Prime sub and raise your dongers.
I appreciate the plug. What's the question? What's my thoughts on the offseason draft tourney? I think the offseason draft tourney is a really good idea. I do not think it's going to happen in the offseason. I think that we only, if I remember correctly, we have roughly a month in between seasons from spring to summer. I also have to fit all-stars in there, and then I have a shit ton of team building to do. Most likely, my thought process is it's going to be a bye week tournament because there's like a bye week for like the holidays during summer split. I think it's like 4th of July weekend. And we'll probably host it as like if you're not out doing something, let's come play League of Legends together instead kind of thing. I think that will be a ton of fun. I really like the idea. I really like the idea, and it's definitely something I want to try. Any more questions?
Come on, I know you guys got good questions. Every other episode, you got great questions.
We have our viewers are really down this week. I know there's a lot of craziness going on in the world, though. For those of you, Hook mute up with a Clash team. Hook Gavin up with a Clash team. They need to play Clash. Me and Curbs will be playing together tomorrow night. Also, I believe we'll be streaming it. I'm sure
one of us will.
I'll probably have Curbs stream it, but one of us will.
I'll probably have Chad stream it. So
yeah, we'll see. One of us will stream it. Short of that, I don't really have anything else to add. Corky, you got anything for tonight?
No, not that I can think of. Not anything new in the world of media.
No, what I do have one thing to add. Wash your fucking hands. Is
Please.
what I got to add. All right.
Coronavirus is serious. It's fucking
Wash your damn hands.
killing
Me and Corky
people.
are sick and tired of being stuck in the
Wash your
house.
hands. We're
And
sick
I know
of it.
Corky feels my fucking pain right now. Like, we're sick and tired of it. Please, the sooner this is over, the sooner we can all go outside. So please, I'm begging you.
Chad
Watch your
misses the
favorite
sun.
streamers. You know what I mean?
I am picking up. I am trying my new COVID-19 pickup lines though. Like I said.
Oh god.
So there is that too. I also told Major actually read some of these before too. Um, but I am trying some of those, so I might be able to, pick up some guys when I actually finally get out of, isolation of the basement.
Moral of the story, and this better be in trash talk right after the stream. Corky looking for E-men. She would be on Tinder, but we're quarantined. Corky is interested in quarantine and chilling. Please send her your best COVID-19 pickup line.
Yes, because right now I saw you from across the bar. Stay there.
Quarantine and chill.
Yes. My life, I like this. Without you, my life is as empty as a supermarket shelf.
That's bad.
So, and then,
so nonetheless, before Corky goes on and on with these pickup lines, I better see this conversation in trash talk. Mute Gavin. I know you're here. Help a brother out. Give her your best lines. Unda, I know Unda's in. That's besides the point, though. All right. From myself, Corky, B Kirby 112. We hope everybody has a great night. I hope you have toilet paper.
Oh God, please have toilet paper. Give it 1 second. You're up.